Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown 205 Live Mixed Match Challenge results. Happy birthday goes to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Today, on the 28th, I'm doing this video after midnight. We got Norman Smiley. He was born 1965. Masato Tanaka had a birthday. He was born 1973. And Lance Hoyt, Lance Archer. He was born 1977. All birthdays from the 28th. Hollywood Reporter revealed today that CM Punk and Stu Bennett, formerly known as Wade Barrett, are among the hosts for the new season of Netflix competition series Ultimate Beastmaster. The third season will consist of 9 new episodes from the 9 countries and will air later this year. Other hosts include NFL star Tiki Barber, former UFC middleweight champion Anderson Silva, and Italian supermodel Bianca Balti. Sylvester Stallone, Dave Broom, Young Yam, and Kevin King Templeton serve as executive producers for the series. Nickelodeon announced today that The Rock has been nominated for the 2018 Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Movie Actor for his role as Dr. Smolder Bravestone in the Jumanji film. The movie was also nominated for the Favorite Movie Award. Voting is now open at kidschoiceawards.com. Also noted, John Cena will be hosting the awards on Saturday, March 24th at 8 p.m. WWE Network will be uploading 92 episodes of WWWF All-Star Wrestling during the first week of March. According to PW Insider, WCW Saturday Night episodes will be added in April, and the rest of the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling episodes will be added in May. Braun Strowman versus WWE Intercontinental Champion The Miz has been planned for WrestleMania 34. Based on last night's Raw, it looks like Miz may be defending against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor in a triple threat match at WrestleMania instead. Jessica Nakamura and Natalya will be interacting with fans in the Facebook Watch comments section during the show. I watched the mixed match on the Facebook Watch, and I did not see any comments or anything on it. Of course, the broadcaster probably didn't put it on there either. Just put the camera on, whatever, on the show itself, which will the Mixed Match Challenge saw Asuka and Intercontinental Champion The Miz versus Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. Rey Mysterio was backstage visiting Monday's SmackDown live event in San Diego, his hometown. Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated reported that Mysterio was also backstage for tonight's SmackDown TV tapings in Los Angeles to finalize his details for the deal that will see him work WrestleMania in New Orleans. Barrasso added that Rey's rumored opponent is John Cena. It looks like Rey Mysterio may be returning to the ring for WWE at WrestleMania 34 in a huge match against Cena. Noted from Raw, Jarius J.J. Robertson will receive the Warrior Award at the 2018 Hall of Fame induction ceremony in New Orleans during WrestleMania 34 weekend. And here are some tweets from JJ himself, John Cena, Stephanie McMahon, and fellow 2018 Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley. Here's Steph McMahon. Despite all of our hardships he's faced, Jarius has embodied the spirit of Ultimate Warrior with his strength and courage. Congrats, JJ, on being this year's at WWE Warrior Award recipient. We'll see you in New Orleans. I'll also show you a picture of that as well. Triple H was with them as well. But Stephanie's the only one that commented. And at John Cena, I had the pleasure of presenting at Jarius with a special award. I'll also show you a picture of that as well at the ESPYs, but I can't wait to welcome him into the WWE Hall of Fame during the most exciting time of the year. Congratulations, young man. It's truly an honor. # Warrior Award. And Jarius also had his own little picture as well, and stated, crazy to be with this group at WWE Hall of Fame. Here we come. # WWHOF. # Warrior Award. Bubba Ray at Bully Ray 5150. Hello, Jarius. You're one tough kid. Will be great to meet you and watch you get inducted into # WWHOF. and receive the hashtag Warrior Award. You deserve it. The dark match before tonight's SmackDown in Los Angeles saw Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10 guy, defeat Mojo Rawley. SmackDown is live from the Staples Center in Los Angeles as Tom Phillips welcomes us to the show. He's joined in by Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. We go to the ring, and out comes John Cena as fans sing their own version of a theme song. Cena shouts out Los Angeles and welcomes us to SmackDown. Cena introduces himself and wants to tell us why he's here. He's here for the same reason that 99% of the other WWE superstars are here. Cena says the only superstar guaranteed to have a match at WrestleMania is Shinsuke Nakamura. Cena says he's here to find his road to WrestleMania as well. Cena announced that he wants in the Fastlane Fatal 5-Way for the WWE title with champion AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. Cena says he doesn't want a handout, but he's here tonight to do whatever he needs to get in the match. Cena is ready to find out what he has to do to make it to WrestleMania. Music hits, out comes SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon. Shane thanks Los Angeles for the love and turns his attention to Cena. Shane talks about what Cena proposed earlier and says his path to WrestleMania puts him right in a WWE title match. Fans interrupt Shane with dueling chants for Cena. Cena says this is why him being in the match is a good idea. Shane says Cena's path has him possibly winning the WWE title and going on to. Fans interrupt with Rusev Day chants. Shane says history would be made as Cena would enter WrestleMania as the 17-time world champion. Shane says this is the land of opportunity, but however, the music interrupts and out comes SmackDown General Manager Dan O'Brien. Bryan says SmackDown is the land of opportunity and the superstars in the Fatal 5-Way are all earn their opportunities. Bryan says if Cena can win tonight's main event, he will earn a spot in the Fatal Fast Lane. And he also said finally him and Shane McMahon agree on something. Well, Cena wants to know his opponent. Bryan says it's someone he's very familiar with. Bryan announced Cena versus Styles in a non-title match for tonight. A big yes, Borgasm chant breaks out from the crowd as Bryan's music hits. Cena looks surprised. Shane joins in on the chant as they're doing the chant. Cena leaves the ring as Bryan's music hits. Still to come, segment, Ruby Riott versus Naomi and Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin will go to commercial. And the latter part of that is up next. We got Sami versus Baron. Back for the break, out comes Sami to the ring. Kevin Owens is out for commentary. Baron Corbin was out next. Bell rings and they lock up with Corbin taking it to the corner. Sami turns it right around and backs off as the referee counts. Sami goes to the floor and talks trash to Corbin as the referee backs Corbin away. Sami returns to the apron and makes his way in, but Corbin drops him with a shoulder. Sami goes back to the floor for a breather, but Corbin follows. Sami kicks him and slams his face into the announce table. They bring him back into the ring, and Sami keeps control. Sami jumps up, but Corbin knocks him out of midair. Sami falls back to the floor, and Corbin follows. Corbin slams Sami into the top of the barrier. Corbin charges, but Sami backdrops him over the barrier. We see Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon walking backstage, or watching on a monitor. It's like you see the monitor between them. They're talking halfway, all the way through the match, not even watching the match. Shane asks why Bryan is allowing Owens to do commentary during Sami's match. Bryan gives Owens props for his commentary on how entertaining it is. Shane asks about Owens getting involved in the match, and Bryan says there's no reason why he should. Sami and Corbin go at it on the floor, with Sami taking control and bringing it back in the ring. We go to commercial break. Back for the commercial, and Sami has Corbin grounded in the ring. More back and forth between the two. They end up on the floor again. Corbin stares at Owens and grabs Sami to drop him face first onto the announce table. Corbin brings it back in the ring and stalls up. Sami rolls him up for a 2 count. Sami hits a big DDT out of the corner for another close 2 count. Dolph Ziggler comes out of nowhere and super kicks Owens, knocking him out of his chair and at the announce table. Ziggler ducks down and hides at the apron. This leads to Corbin hitting the end of days on Sami for the pin and the win. After the match, Corbin stands up as his music hits, but Ziggler enters the ring and drops him with a zigzag out of nowhere. Ziggler's music hits and he leaves as we go to replays. We see Owens Sammy and Corbin all trying to get back up to their feet. Shane and Brian are backstage watching what just happened. Shane jokes that Brian should go check on his boys. Brian says he will leave that up to Shane and asks Shane if he can go home and spend some time with Bree and her daughter Birdie Joe. Shane says that's a good eye. He sends his well wishes to the family, and Brian leaves. So there comes segment: Ruby Riott versus Naomi. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Sami Zayn is backstage with Kevin Owens, wondering what just happened. Shane McMahon appears, still with his popcorn in his hand. He taunts him. Shane says Brian already left, so they better hurry and catch up because Bree doesn't like it when they miss dinner. Ruby Riott versus Naomi. We go to the ring. Out comes the Riott Squad: Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Becky Lynch was out next, followed by SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. They wait and head to the ring with Naomi, who was out next. The bell rings and they meet in the middle of the ring and trash talk. Naomi strikes first and they go at it back and forth. Naomi takes control and sends Ruby to the floor for a breather. Back for the break, Ruby has Naomi grounded. We see Carmella backstage taking fan questions on Twitter. Ruby and Naomi end up colliding with kicks and both go down. Naomi gets fired up and makes a comeback. Naomi with a big insecurity off the middle rope for a close 2 count. Liv and Logan try to pull Ruby to safety, but Naomi pulls her back and keeps control for a 2 count. Ruby turns it around now as Naomi decks Ruby from the apron and goes to the top but misses on the way down. Naomi recovers but gets sent face first into the top turnbuckle. Ruby hits the Riott kick and covers for the win. Winner of the match, Ruby Riott. After the match, Riott Squad to a tall, but quickly exits the ring as Flair and Becky come immediately in to check on Naomi. We go to replays. Ruby talks trash to her Fastlane opponent while Flair just stares back at her. Still to come segment: Cena versus Styles in the main event. We go backstage to Tyler Breeze and Fandango. We are going overboard with all their solved cases. Actor Josh Duhamel walks in and plugs his new unsolved show on the murders of Tupac and Big E, which premieres on the USA Network tonight. The New Day walks in for some comedy. Breezango has confused Big E with Big E. Big E drops a quick freestyle. Breezango can't believe that Duhamel isn't a real detective. He just plays one on TV. Duhamel says goodbye to the New Day and leaves. Back to commercial. Back for the break. Out comes New Day. Big E. Toby Kingston and Xavier Woods. They're spreading the power of positivity with pancakes. New Day gives props to Usos for taking them to the limit and go on about how they will win the titles at Fastlane and dance their way to WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. Music interrupts. Out comes the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Usos say they went to war, but only one tag team was left standing, them. The Usos are in the ring now. They used to be just like the New Day, running around here singing, wearing rainbow colors, but that didn't take them to the next level. They go on to talk about how they've been grinding for 9 years and how they belong on WrestleMania. The Usos say that they have been passed over year after year. They run down the various WrestleMania events that have been here and how they have been on the sidelines every year, but this year it's their time. Usos say that they have been grinding for the past 5 years while the New Day has been doing nothing. They go on and welcome the New Day to them. As Big E interrupts him and asks him if they have lost their mind. Big E talks about how they have been at the top for the past 5 years and they aren't here because of their daddies. They fired up. Big E goes on and says they will become 5-time tag team champions at Fastlane. And that's not a dang thing the Usos can do about it. Mics are dropped and the two teams face off in the middle of the ring. Music interrupts and out. Lights go in and out as the Bludgeon Brothers make their way out. My feed goes out on SmackDown during this at that point. Rowan and Harper going to dirt sheets. Rowan and Harper slowly march to the ring and leave their sledgehammers on the outside. With their jackets, they stop and turn back around to pick up the hammers and bring them to the apron. Usos and New Day both leave the ring, staring at Harper and Rowan as they head up the ramp to the back. Bludgeon Brothers stand tall in the ring as their music plays. Still to come segment: Cena versus Styles. We see a video from earlier today where Rusev and Aiden English entered Shane McMahon's office. English accused Shane of being jealous of Rusev Day and holding them back. Shane made English versus Shinsuke Nakamura for tonight. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a backstage Twitter video for Dolph Ziggler to hype Fastlane main event. Renee Young is backstage with U.S. champion Bobby Roode, asking about Fastlane. I got my feed to come back up. About the match with Randy Orton. Roode talks about the top 10 list and respecting Orton, but Orton walks up and says it's not about the top 10 list, it's about the U.S. title. Orton says Roode just happens to be the guy they had to run through to get the title. Orton walks off. And we get Aiden English versus Shinsuke Nakamura up next. We go to the ring. Aiden English is out with Rusev. English gives us another performance, but some fans boo him. Music interrupts. Out comes Shinsuke Nakamura to a pop. Oh. Back there during that segment with Aiden English and Shane McMahon. Well, Shane McMahon sang a version of his own thing. Singing a little bit. I think Shane's got a decent voice for it. Okay, the bell rings and English strikes first, but Nakamura turns around. English drops Nakamura with a shoulder. Fans do dueling chants for Nakamura and Rusev Day. Nakamura with a kick. Nakamura stands tall and shows off some. English charges, but Nakamura gets the upper hand. English rolls to the floor and avoids Nakamura, regrouping with Rusev. Nakamura follows and sends English back into the ring. The referee is distracted by English, allowing Rusev to come from behind and drop Nakamura on the floor with a big kick. Rusev gets a pop from some fans as we go back to commercial. Back from the break, English has control of Nakamura. Rusev gets on the apron and Nakamura tries to kick him but misses. English takes advantage of a distraction and drops Nakamura for a close 2 count. Nakamura looks to make a comeback, but he needs the corner as English moves. English goes to the top but can't put Nakamura away as Nakamura nails a big kick and they both go down. They both get up and nail each other. Nakamura drops English and delivers kicks while he's on his knees. Nakamura with more offense in the corner, then delivers good vibrations. Nakamura charges with a big knee in the corner. Nakamura waits for English to get up and hits a Katasha for the pinfall. After the match, Rusev looks disappointed as Nakamura's music hits as he celebrates. Nakamura leaves the ring, but John Cena's music hits, and out he comes to fans singing his song. Cena stops and looks at Nakamura up and down the ringside. Cena points up at the WrestleMania 34 sign. And Nakamura does the same thing and points at the sign as well. Cena hits the ring and runs the ropes as we go back to commercial. Nothing happened during that as Nakamura just left the ring. So we get your main event, John Cena versus AJ Styles. Back from the ring, we see YouTube star Lily Singh at ringside. I don't know who he or she is. Apparently it's this female. Out next comes your WWE champion, AJ Styles, for non-title main event. The crowd goes back and forth as Cena and AJ meet in the middle of the ring for the ring bell. We see Kevin Owens and Sammy watching backstage as they lock up and trade moves. Cena keeps AJ grounded for a minute and drops him for a 2 count. More back and forth on the mat, but Cena keeps control. AJ breaks free and looks to make a comeback, but AJ hits a DDT out of the corner for a 2 count. Back to commercial. Back for the rake, Cena hits a big slam in the middle of the ring. Cena calls for it and hits a 5-knuckle shuffle. Next, Cena goes for attitude adjustment, but AJ grabs the top rope to avoid it. Escapes. AJ ends up countering with a neck breaker over his knee for a 2 count. Cena blocks the Styles Clash and catapults AJ face first into the corner. Cena powers AJ up and hits the TKO for a close 2 count. We see Corbin backstage watching the match. Cena takes AJ to the corner and climbs up for a super attitude adjustment, but AJ slides out. AJ with a rack bomb for a 2 count. We see Dolph Ziggler backstage watching the match. AJ tries for another Styles Clash attempt, but has no luck. Cena drops AJ for a 2 count. We see Owens and Sammy watching backstage as well. Cena waits for AJ to get up, and then Cena charged and floored AJ with a big clothesline for a 2 count. Cena then charged, and AJ countered. Cena goes down while AJ is down also. We go to commercial. Back from the break, we see how AJ hit the Styles Clash during the commercial break, but Cena kicked out at 2. Cena nailed an attitude adjustment as AJ went for the phenomenal forearm, but Cena also kicked out. AJ hit the big clothesline now, but Cena kicked out at 2. Styles goes for the Lion Salt from the middle rope, but Cena moved. Cena with a sunset bomb for a 2 count. Cena goes into the SCF, keeps it locked in, but AJ won't tap. AJ countered, and we get a 2 count. More back and forth between the two. AJ springboard in with a phenomenal forearm, but Cena still kicks out. AJ goes back to the apron and springboards in, but Cena gets his knees up. Cena scoops AJ and hits the attitude adjustment in the middle of the ring. Cena rolls through and goes for another, but AJ makes it to the apron, then drops down to the floor for a breather. Cena runs around the ring, but AJ moves and Cena runs into the ring steps. It looks like AJ is calling for the referee to stop his count as Cena recovers. Cena jumps up and grabs a distracted AJ, putting him through the announce table with an attitude adjustment. Cena rolls back into the ring as the referee starts counting. Styles gets up and makes it back in the ring just in time. Cena can't believe it, and he's frustrated. Cena grabs AJ for another attitude adjustment, but Styles counters and rolls him into the calf crusher. Cena rolls over and lifts AJ up for another attitude adjustment, and covers for the pin, and wins the spot at Fastlane. After the match, Cena's music hits as the announcers confirm a six-pack challenge for the Fastlane main event. Cena checks on AJ, but the music hits. Out comes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Cena gets ready to fight, but here comes Baron Corbin from the side. Corbin unloads on Cena and beats him up. Sami and Owens enter the ring and beat down Cena, then AJ. Music hits and out comes Dolph Ziggler next. Ziggler super kicks Corbin and drops Owens. Then Sami with a super kick. Ziggler stands tall in the middle of the ring with AJ and Cena. Ziggler turns and drops AJ, sending him to the apron. Ziggler turns around to an attitude adjustment from Cena, and SmackDown goes off the air. And we go right to the next side of action. We got the Mixed Match Challenge, which you can go to facebook.com/WWE Mixed Match Challenge. I'll post that link for you. And tonight brings the second round of action. It features a team of Finn Balor and Sasha Banks taking on The Miz and Asuka. Who will advance to the semifinals? Find out in seconds. Balor and Banks make their entrance as we see the promo from earlier in the week. And the charity they're representing. Asuka and Miz make their entrance as we see the same for them. Asuka takes a shot at Miz, losing last night, while her winning streak is still alive. Finn Balor and Sasha Banks versus Miz and Asuka. As the bell rings, Miz takes the mic, appropriately turns upside down for him, and says, when his hand goes up, the mouth goes shut. But that's not what he asked the crowd. You know what this means? The crowd helps with the catchphrase. Miz does not appreciate it. Balor looking to capitalize off his technical win last night over Miz and rolls him up for a 2 count. Another pin attempt and a near fall. Crowd chanting for Asuka, but Miz says he's got this. Kick to the midsection of Balor sends him down for a running knee. After a brief back and forth, Asuka has had enough and tags herself in. Asuka hops in and goes to town. Shoulder blocks and hip attacks are on the menu, as well as a celebratory dance. Banks selling like crazy for Asuka's offense. Asuka then goes for the kicks. It kicks. But Sasha is able to turn the tables. Banks with her trademark double knees in the corner, and then wells away in our inaugural Women's Royal Rumble winner, Omni Rumble winner. Banks applies a straight jacket hold as she crossed Asuka's arms across her own throat to cut off air. Asuka's up, backs Banks in the corner for a separation, a release. Sasha reverses it and hits a combo of knees in different variations in the corner for a 2 count. Sasha takes a peek at Miz and hits a few kicks of her own. Asuka takes advantage of the gloating and pops Sasha for a vicious knee to the face. Tag made and both men are back in. Tackles, stomps, whips, chops. Too fast for me to type. Miz reverses a whip and gets a big boot. Balor back up immediately, lands a clothesline type of elbow for a 2 count. And Asuka breaks up the pinfall. Sasha sends her outside and hits the double knees from the apron to the floor. Miz and Balor back in. Miz lands a close finale. Sasha rushes in and breaks up the cover at almost a 3 count. It's like 2.9999999. Miz argued that it was a 3 count, which allowed Balor time to regain his composure and hits the sling blade. Balor scales the ropes, hits a coup de grace, and Asuka breaks it up. Banks back in and applies bank statement. Dual submissions. Asuka reverses it into the Asuka lock, which makes Balor look back in pain. Allows Miz to reverse the roll up Balor for the surprise win, as the men were legal, as Asuka was also tapping out. But since the men were legal, Balor got pinned. So Miz and Asuka advance. Next week, Bliss and Braun take on the husband and wife duo of Jimmy Uso and Naomi. We go get a peek at their trash talk as we look forward to their match next Tuesday. We head off the air with jubilant Miz and Asuka celebrating on the ramp. And I haven't gotten any results for the dark match main event. Thanks again. See you one of you. If you don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.